taking, it's taking, but it ain't growing though. One of the things that was really hard for me in LA was my hair. It didn't grow. And when I tell you I tried everything, everyone's like, oh no, you just need some black castor oil, you just need this, you just need that, you just need to try this bentonite clay mask. I did it all. I did it all. Just sit for a whole day in deep conditioner. I did it all. I remember one time I went to this hairdresser. She was like, you know, you should really try just not using the oils. Just use hair milks, X, Y, and Z. I'm like, okay, cool. Ditch the oils, just use hair milks and stuff. And one thing I will say that I discovered that my hair likes in LA is Camille Rose products. I love Camille Rose. But as much as my hair loves it, shit never grew. And even the hairdresser, she used some Camille Rose products on my hair, and she's like, oh, your hair really loves these. Like, I could tell your hair really just like, it really takes. And I'm like, yeah, it's taking, but it ain't growing though. To the point where, you know, when your ends start getting a little out of whack, you clip them and you trim them. And I did that within my first year there. And I remember almost every day I revisited that moment, and I'm like, you should have never clipped your ends. You should have just let your hair be unhealthy and uneven, and you would have just still had hair. As long as you had hair, that's all that matters. Like, it was bad. Like, now my hair is kind of starting to grow back, but like back in Chicago, I remember it was late 2012, early 2013, I had cut my hair short. And I never had like a proper big chop, but I cut my hair short and I just stopped putting chemical in it. So yeah, within a matter of like a year and a half, my fro was popping. It just grew, and I didn't have to do anything crazy to it. And then when I moved to LA, I realized like, yo, it's a really dry climate, dry environment. I'm going to have to do more for upkeep to make it grow, X, Y, and Z. It just never did. I have a nickname in LA, more so like among some of the people in my like acting studio, given to me by Anthony D. Washington. Shout out to Washington. But Puff, right? And they call me that because I would always wear my hair in a puff, and Washington would joke like, when Puff get an attitude, all you see is her puff going like. But they started calling me Puff because I would wear my hair in a puff so much. What a lot of people didn't know was I had to start wearing my hair in a puff because my hair was getting so short that, like, you know, like you see here, it can come, like my hair can come down a little, can hang a little. It was getting so short where it could just only stand up. Like, there wasn't enough hair for it to like, wasn't enough hair for it to hang down. So I didn't feel comfortable wearing my hair out, and I didn't always want to wear like just like a short fro, because that's what my hair was at that point. It got to the point where I couldn't fully braid my hair back in cornrows. There wasn't enough hair in the back of my head to make a cornrow going back. It was that bad. On top of that, with the puff, like, because when I first moved out there, I was wearing my hair out and down, and it was longer than this. Like, this is like after being in New York for a year, and it's grown tremendously, and I am so grateful. And one of the things with wearing your hair back is the front of your head, of your scalp, is exposed. I have really bad skin on my scalp. I have psoriasis on my scalp. So, and that's something that like I don't really advertise or talk about a lot, but it's bad to a point where like you can see a whole layer of white on my scalp. Sometimes it looks like a layer of skin's coming off. Look, I'm gonna show you some clips. Get ready to cringe. Get ready to cringe. Wearing my hair back, that was exposed, right? Let's say I wanted to wear my hair natural to an audition, or I wanted to wear it natural for a self-tape, and I look at my scalp and it's a bad scalp day. It's all white. I can't wear it pulled back. I try to do it wearing down, but there's not enough hair for me to make it behave. It's just sticking up, going every which way. I would try to scramble and put a wig on that looked like shit half the time. Wouldn't have enough time to braid it into the really small braids, and also even when I did have time to braid it into the small braids, I would have to just clip certain parts down because it wouldn't braid into a full cornrow. Even though it's always been an issue, when I have more hair, I can do more things to cover it up. So I'm not as self-conscious. And you know, there are some medications, there's some shampoos that work great. I went to a dermatologist in LA, my insurance didn't cover it. Even the generic was over $100. That's the electricity bill. Even the puff, it got to a point where it was hard for me to hold my hair in the puff. Like, you know, when you don't have enough hair and it just go like, it was doing that. It was doing that. So I had to bobby pin around the hair tie in order for it not to do that, because I didn't have enough hair to hold my hair in the puff. Bad. It got to the point where I'm just like, fuck it, I'm gonna straighten my hair. I'm gonna straighten my hair, because then even if it's short, I can find ways to hide it. The discouraging thing was when I straightened my hair, I felt like it was damn near where I was when I cut all my hair off in Chicago years ago. And for the first couple years, I really thought like, as long as I try different products, it'll adjust and it'll get used to it and it'll grow. Nope, never happened. And you'll see where when I wore straight hair, sometimes I would wear it parted. Sometimes I would just wear it like slick, like more so like slicked back, or with my sunglasses with the back. And sometimes I would wear it with the bangs. The bangs were when it was a bad scalp day. So not having hair in LA really fucked with, messed up my psyche and self-confidence and my appearance. And it got to a point, there were so many times where I was like, yo, I'm gonna shave it off, I'm gonna cut it off. You know what? But guess what? I understand and fully acknowledge that I got a big ass head. So I go by Crystal Coreen professionally, but my last name is Wood. Coreen's my middle name. My last name is Wood. And we always joke in our family, we got some wood heads. We got some big ass heads. I know my head is too big for me not to have hair. For me to think I could just go with no hair. One. And two, I ain't got no money to pay for new headshots. So hair is another huge reason why I struggled in LA. And I have changed my diet around a lot. Which I'm gonna make another video about that. Cut a lot of things out. I really love eating plant-based. I call myself a flexitarian, which is crazy because I remember my friend Jacqueline used that to refer to herself once, and I'm like, what is that? Like, what is that? And now look at me using it. But I'll make another video with some dietary changes that have really helped improve my scalp. But yeah, so hair was a major struggle in LA, and that caused my journey in LA to be hard, Frank. Girls need their hair, especially when they have psoriasis on their scalp. And different doctors have said different things. Some have said psoriasis. Some have said seborrheic dermatitis. I'm butchering it out. I know I butchered it, but different things. Either way, I got issues with my scalp. So when people are coming to me saying, oh, I miss your hair, oh, I miss the puff, oh, I miss the natural, yeah, me too. Me too, motherfucker, me too. See y'all next time, and as always, don't forget to subscribe.